So let's have a chat about how do you learn to meditate. Once you've made that decision, you have to follow through on it. If you want to get yourself better, you can get yourself out of pain and feel better and have an optimal body and have optimal health, you have to start to get a plan in place and have a goal of where you want to be. What do you want to be like? What do you want to achieve? How does it compare to where you are now? So meditation is just part of that. We can talk about rehabilitation, we can talk about diet, we can talk about other behaviour patterns that can help you get to optimal health. But today, this is just about how you meditate. How do you learn to meditate? Where do you start? Well, the first thing is get yourself a plan in place. Give yourself a sensible time frame and think, okay, I'm going to give this a go for the next 8 weeks, next 12 weeks. And I'm going to devote maybe 20 minutes to it 3 times a week as a minimum, but say 20 minutes 3 times a week. That doesn't mean to say that you're going to be actively meditating for that length of time, but it means that you're going to attempt to learn and to start to change your behaviour patterns so that you give that time on a weekly basis to meditating. So where do you start? Well, first of all, decide where you want to meditate. Find a room, find a space, find somewhere calm, quiet, maybe dark, where you're not going to get disturbed and comfortable. So a sofa, a bedroom, somewhere where you can lay down or sit in a really comfortable, relaxed position and not have to worry about any physical discomforts. I'm not a fan of sitting cross-legged on the floor. I find that incredibly uncomfortable, and I think after 5 minutes of doing that, I'll be thinking about how much pain I'm in as opposed to meditating. So find that comfortable position, find that nice quiet room where you're not going to get disturbed and you can meditate in. If you go onto Google and Google different types of meditations, there are loads of different meditations out there. I'm going to talk about 3 of them: guided meditation, mindful meditation, and visualization meditation. Really, guided meditation can be used for most things. It's probably the place where I'd say you should start. So in a guided meditation, go into YouTube, go into Google and find something about breathing, about relaxation, and a voice, nice calm voice hopefully, which is obviously why I don't do it. You get a nice calm voice going through various points to get you into that meditative state. They will talk you through the process in a very calm, slow, methodical, peaceful fashion. And as you start to focus on the words that they're saying, you start to enter that meditative state. The good thing about a guided meditation when you first start is it's the instructions they give you. You focus on the instructions. You don't have to think about how do I meditate. You just focus on what they're saying. And that process in itself starts to train your brain and your thought processes to accept the whole meditative kind of idea. So find something you like, someone's voice you like, nice and calm. Don't do anything more than, say, 5 or 10 minutes as a starting point. So guided meditation is the best place to start initially. So talk about guided meditation. So guided meditations work for all the other type of meditation things, but they talk you through it. So a mindful meditation. So you can find a guided mindful meditation. So in a mindful meditation, you'd be laying there, you'd be sitting there, and you'd be starting to think about what your body's telling you. Where are things tight? Where are things sore? What your heart rate is like, what your breathing rate and depth of breathing is like. And that's often a great place to start. Starting on controlling and relaxing and your breathing and starting to feel what a full inspiration and expiration can feel like. Feel the volume of your lungs. Feel how far your diaphragm can move. Think about the nice fluid movement of air going in your nose and into your lungs and out through your mouth. It's a great place to start, and that's probably where I suggest people do a breathing meditation. You then start to think about muscle tightness, aches and pains. You can start to focus on your immune system. You can start to use a mindful meditation for any sort of health-related kind of aches or pains or health, or any problem that you have as well in life. You can start to think about how you feel about the relationship you're in. You can start to feel about your lifestyle, and you can start to focus on these sorts of things. Visualization meditations are very nice. I quite like these. These work well with health. And when you start to come down to it, these meditation types all sort of overlap each other. There's not really one thing or the other. It's just a great way to break things down into bite-sized pieces so you can start to learn how to do it. But in a nice, in a visualization meditation, you can start to think about, where do I want to be in 6 months' time or a year's time? Both lifestyle, work maybe, relationship, house, home, activity levels, and health-wise. Where do you want to be in 6 months' time or 3 months' time? Where do I want to be? What sort of person do I want to be? And then you can visualize that lifestyle that you've got, the activity levels you do, how it makes you feel. And when you start to get in touch with the emotions that you have in 6 months' time, or the person in 6 months' time you will be, if you do the meditations consistently, when you start to get in touch with those emotions, they're really, really strong. Emotions guide behavior patterns. So once you can visualize the emotions of you in 6 months' time, when you're doing what you want to be doing, living the life that you want to be living, feeling as healthy as you want to feel, eating a diet that you want to be eating, having a relationship you want to be having, once you feel those positive emotions around that lifestyle, you start to tap into those behaviors now and start to change your behaviors so that you start to experience those emotions. You start to work out, how do I get those emotions now? Once you understand those emotions for 6 months' time and bring them into the present time and start to live a life that generates those emotions, you will start to change your behaviors. So that's how you get to a different point in 3 to 6 months' time. It's worth the effort, it's worth trying. And again, you can go and find guided meditations for these sorts of processes, for those goals, whether it's health, whether it's finances, whether it's relationship, whether it's attitude, whether it's about procrastination. You find the flaws that you have or the things that you want to address, find the meditation that's relevant for it, the guided meditation, and then follow that process. It's well worth it. Meditation takes time, so no matter which one you're doing, you have to start to concentrate on that process of what's going on inside your head. You have to start to cut out all those external sounds, all those external distractions that can waylay your best intentions to meditate. And again, that takes practice. So when you start, be patient with yourself, be gentle with yourself, accept the fact that you may try and fail. But if you keep trying and fail, you will start to achieve more before you fail, and you start to push that envelope of failing further down the line, and you will start to see the benefits. I reckon if you're sensible, if you're patient, within a couple of weeks of doing 20 minutes twice a week or 3 times a week, you will start to see some benefits. And once you start to make those initial steps to be able to meditate, it starts to snowball and happen quite quickly. Be gentle on yourself, be persistent and forgiving if you don't get there as quick as you'd like to. It's a journey, like all these things in life. It's a journey. You're not going to get to the end point straight away. Maybe initially start doing 5 minutes in these sessions or 10-minute sessions. Don't push yourself to some 20-minute meditation. You're destined to fail and not go any further. You're going to put yourself off too soon. So be patient with yourself. Do 5-minute or 10-minute sessions and go from there and build on that. Once you do 10 minutes and you can do it easily, that time will pass so quickly. The great thing about meditation is time almost stands still. And once you get to do 10 minutes, an extra 5 minutes or an extra 10 minutes after that happens really, really easy. And then you get to the point where you can do 20 minutes or half-hour meditations at the drop of a hat. And that's a great place to get to.